Everybody, this is John Walker with the Walker Group, and I wanted to bring you some Walker wisdom in real estate today. Kind of just came to me, that title, a few minutes ago, so it's kind of cheesy, but I was still wanted to use it. So something's been on my mind a little bit about real estate and should you hire a realtor. We've had a couple of deals just recently that made me think, you should, for sure. So of course we're biased because we're real estate agents, we're realtors. So of course we want you to hire us, right? But, I don't want people to just think like you should just hire us just because we think you should, right? There's really good reasons that you should. So number one that I was going to talk about is first-time sellers. If you're a first-time seller, you should hire a realtor. If you've sold houses and you've done a lot of transactions, then, maybe you can do a for sale by owner and it'd be relatively smooth. But if you have just, put your house up for sale and it's the first time that you're selling a house, you should hire a realtor. There are so many pitfalls that you just don't know to look for. It's that adage that people say, you don't know what you don't know, right? We've had situations recently where septic tanks need to be replaced, termite issues where it needs to be treated. And if you don't know how to handle those situations, it's stressful enough for our clients whenever we're helping them and guiding them along the way. Imagine doing that with no expertise and no guiding or anything like that. So, you definitely want to hire a realtor if it's your first time selling a house. You just don't know what you don't know. The other thing is, if you are working with an agent on the buying side, so you have your house for sale by owner, and the client comes, they like your house, and they have a realtor, right? So you may pay that realtor to bring you that buyer. How do you know that you're negotiating right? It's your first time to ever sell a house. Did you price your house right? Are you negotiating it correctly? We had a situation the other day where somebody overpriced their house and it didn't appraise. So, if that's you and you're trying to sell your house on your own, first time you've ever done it, and your house doesn't appraise, do you even know what to do? Like, do you know how to handle that situation, to where it's going to be in your best interest and fix that situation? So I would definitely recommend hiring a realtor if you're a first-time seller. It's super, super important. Of course, there's a cost to hire us because that's what we do for a living, right? That's our expertise. But it's worth it, I promise you. Like, you could lose thousands of dollars by not knowing, what repairs to make, what situations to fix, how to negotiate with the other side. I find that people that are for sale by owners or that are handling a situation without a realtor, they typically have no idea how to negotiate, and they usually talk way too much. So, like, they get too buddy-buddy with the other side. They talk way too much. They give away way too much information. So it's very important to have that realtor there to guide you and also be that buffer between you and the other side. As much as you like a buyer or seller that you're doing business with, it's still just business, and you need to do what's best for you and your family. And so I would definitely caution you to, not get too chummy with the other side of the contract until, it's a done deal, and then everything's fine. But it is still just a business transaction. Okay. So the other thing that it can be super complicated, and it's been complicated for one of our deals recently, is a contingent seller. So, we talk about first-time sellers. Now we talk about contingent sellers. So if you are, living in a house, and a lot of times this may be a first-time seller, but you're living in a house and then you're trying to go buy another house at the exact same time, like within the same day or the same week, or, you're doing the same process at the same time. Hire a realtor, please. These situations can be extremely complicated. You can have all kind of timelines. It's just so much. It's just like I said a while ago. It's stressful enough for the couple that we're helping right now, and they have us to guide them through it. And it's still very stressful. And so I can only imagine what somebody would do if they didn't have us to help them through it. And so make sure you hire a realtor. You have to line up timelines. You have to coordinate with lenders and closing attorneys and make sure each deal is going smoothly, even the ones that you're not really a party to. The other thing is the contingent deals could be contingent upon another contingent. So there may be a deal that has to close before your deal closes on your house to sell in order for you to buy. So it can be quite a domino effect. I've been at closings where it was a 4 domino effect, which really, if you think about it, is 8 different sides of the transaction. Like if there are 4 deals that have to close, it's a 8 transaction sides, so to speak, because there's a buyer and seller for each transaction. So anyway, those are the 2 instances where it's super important to hire a realtor. And of course, we want you to hire us, but we want you to hire a realtor, period. If you have a friend and a family member that you trust, by all means, go talk to them. But, I'm just here to advocate for the real estate industry and for realtors in general that you should trust us to be the expert to handle this situation. Of course, there's going to be realtors that know more, know less, do a better job of marketing or not, in all kind of different situations, and we can do more and more videos about that. But make sure you hire a realtor and hire somebody that you trust that has the expertise to handle these situations to make it a little less stressful. It's going to be stressful. I tell every client that we talk to, no matter how hard we work for you and no matter what the situation is, whenever you do these deals, there's going to be some stressful points like in the process. So there's always going to be some stress when it comes to this and comes to real estate, but we're here to lower that stress level down for you. Okay? So I hope this helps. I hope it kind of struck home with somebody. Let us help you. We can talk with you. We can talk about a situation. There's no obligation whatsoever. I was just talking to a couple the other day about buying and selling, and they were maybe not going to go the route of actually doing anything. It may be another year before they do it. But, that's what we're here for. We're here to give advice, and then hopefully when it comes time, you choose us to work with you. But the main thing is we want to make sure that we're educating people to know what's going on. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let us know. Feel free to comment below, and we'll get with you, and we'll try to help out in any way we can. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.